Start the stream. Start the stream, man.
I missed that the last.
Yeah,
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I gotta turn up level second mic this week. That's different. I haven't had to do that in a long time.
Hey, make sure you guys share it. Okay?
I'm going next week.
I'll be at the lake.
Really?
I probably will be.
Hey.
Yeah.
You don't care about us.
No.
Make sure you share it, okay?
It was up like 160%.
So 12.
No, I mean,
Jerk.
usually when you're on, things go
South.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to.
Hey, make sure you don't miss episode 100. Come on now. That's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now? No, I'll be here.
That will be July 25th.
Yeah, I'll have to be here that week.
I'm not on vacation that week.
Are you sure about that?
I'm on vacation the following week, so I will not be here for 101.
That's the one where we teach stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Do we even have plans for 100?
We need to make those. Hey, there's 3 people watching already.
But you, me, and Molly.
That's still broken.
I know, but it looks fine here,
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
just
weird.
gonna. I don't know why it does that. I mean, I could open a new window and it'd be
Don't worry
fine.
about it. Oh, Dave Murray.
Oh, you gonna talk about Dave Murray?
Yeah,
too?
talk about that. That's a good one to talk about.
Let's talk about Dave Murray.
For all their St. Louis listens.
We have primarily local area listeners.
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 There's an that.
See, Main Mills getting an awning.
Yeah.
I need an awning.
Oh, time. Go. Here. Ready?
Apparently. Hello and welcome to Stuck in Beta podcast, episode number 98. We're getting close to 100, guys. I'm Greg. Yep. I'm Greg. With me is Josh and Josh.
Hey, both of us this week.
Yeah.
Josh, thanks for showing up today.
I'm out of vacation time again.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Until next week.
It's a little more serious than that. You're fired.
Good.
Yeah.
Really? That's what you got to say for yourself?
Man.
What do you expect?
Weren't you on the first episode? You're like, yeah, this sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
It was just you and me. And then,
Yeah, now he's like 50% of the time.
yeah, it's
Hey, it's summertime, man.
half-assed. So, I would like to thank, by the way, we have a donation page. If you guys want to donate, like what you hear, go to stuckinbetapodcast.com, click the little donate link, and let's do a shout-out to Pate.
Hogan.
Do we live? Okay, I guess we are going to
yeah.
give the last name.
Yeah, we're telling. I'll give his address too.
And Mike, both for donating. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Do you send him dirty pictures for that donation?
I do, yeah. Everyone gets a dirty picture who donates. And if you don't want it, just
Send it
higher
back.
value
Or give us a
higher amount.
Yeah, $100 and above, you don't get dirty pictures.
Yeah.
99 though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys think we should start some sort of a giveaway, or at least maybe make it worth people's while if they want to donate? That we give
Well,
them
like
We
a-
could get headshots. We could,
yeah.
yeah.
like a podcast used t-shirt.
Podcast warm.
Man, with it being as warm as it's been lately,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty bad.
Well, I was thinking like koozies or something.
Oh,
We could-
he's got a collection of koozies.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
We could break the glass on the collector items and
wouldn't you want to give away stuff that has our logo or something?
Yes,
marketing.
that's what I was thinking.
You know,
I don't know. I mean, I think that sounds like a good idea. We should look into that. So, like,
Well, as president of marketing,
Oh, I've got a new title now, huh?
Well, you gave up on social media.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, you took all the social media off.
So
Social media is marketing.
let's talk about social media for a minute. I know I didn't put anything on the agenda, but we were at
Do
the
you
lake.
ever?
No.
Oh, here we go. He's going to talk about the lake again.
Yeah.
Even when he's here, he's thinking about the lake.
Well, yeah. So Jackson learned how to wakeboard while we were down there, and I was taking videos and putting them on Instagram, and it is definitely clear that the more hashtags you put on things, the more action those get.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would put, hashtag wakeboard, riding the waves, stuff like that, and those posts would get likes from people. I have no idea who these people are, and they're liking these pictures and photos, and it's crazy.
Instagram way more than any other service.
Yeah.
You can use the tags in Facebook and Twitter and all the others too. You don't get the traffic that you do from Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. So
tags.
here's a picture.
So what hashtag are you looking up normally? What's one of those?
Foodies.
Foodies. Okay.
So this one has 27 likes, and it's just a regular picture. But I bet I don't know more than 10 people on here.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I've noticed that too. Like, I think I posted something about Legos or something. I put a hashtag Lego or
less than half the people.
Yeah.
So another thing, you were talking about that video got pretty good.
Oh, and
Pretty
that's
good.
the other thing.
They really push. I think so. Like their algorithms work in a way that you don't necessarily see every photo that from somebody you follow, but they really try to push their video
agenda.
Yes.
And so there's a lot more eyes that'll see a video as opposed to a picture.
It's usually a video for some app that I see all the time.
So
ads?
it's weird. It's really interesting. I don't know. That's all I got.
Huh. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's confusing and complex. That's why I stepped away from it.
You don't like being
stepped
social.
away from it because you're like, I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how this
guys.
works.
I don't know.
I post a picture.
So, this video of Jackson fallen, I got contacted by a online company that takes videos like this and tries to make them go viral. I mean, he wipes out pretty hard, but I mean, it's weird crap like that.
Yeah.
I mean, just some hashtags and
That's kind of creepy though.
You could do that for this little thing that we do too.
I wasn't asked to do that.
That
you're now the social media director.
Yeah, you could do that. You could.
Did you share that we're doing this?
No.
Why are you making that stroking motion?
Did you share that the show is live?
No, I have not.
Could you please?
I will. Can you get rid of that cobweb?
There's a lot of cobwebs down here.
Well, it's very cobby.
Hey, Greg, you gave some shout-outs, and I just wanted to give you a shout-out for your new Keezer video. I thought that thing was pretty good.
Thank you.
So that's on our other platform.
Self-promoting.
Yeah, self-promoting. How to Fix It Workshop.
How to Fix It Workshop. Go to the YouTube channel and find our Keezer video. It is pretty awesome. It shows how to build a Keezer out of a chest freezer, which I've had the video for quite a while now, but I don't know if you guys have ever. I've been using Vegas. Well, Sony used to own it. Now it's some other company, Vegas, the video editing software.
Vega.
No, it's Vegas.
Huh.
So I've been using it for some time because I feel that it's easy for me. I've tried using like After Effects. Man, that is so complicated. Maybe I need to take some classes. But anyway, Vegas, pretty straightforward, easy. But this latest version, I was having so many issues with the thing crashing on me. And if you look on YouTube, there's like so many people that have all these fixes on how to fix Sony Vegas from crashing. Because I'd start to render the video, crash. Start to, the computer would blue screen. I have to reboot. All sorts of things like that. And I finally didn't take any of the YouTubers' advice, which is funny because we kind of do a show that shows people how to do something on YouTube. And I went ahead and tried a different way of rendering, and it worked. So
from left to right instead of right to left?
No, so instead of using, like everyone told me to render using this Sony Internet Best 1080p, I ended up using the whatever the company is. I think it's called Magic. There's a company that owns it now. Sony, that own Vegas, and I use
It's not Black Magic, is it?
No, I think it's Magix with an X.
Oh.
Anyway, it worked. Video's up. Couldn't believe how fast it rendered either. I don't think I've edited a video on my new computer yet, and man, it flew. It would take me, for a 10-minute video, it would take 3 to 4 hours. This took 15 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. So something that I found kind of interesting when I watched that video, and
how fat I've gotten over the years.
Yeah. No, and this is no offense to you. I mean, we're all probably guilty of this, but you tend to talk at a slower pace, which is, I mean, not a shot or anything, but one thing I found, it's kind of a little bit of a hack, I guess, if you will, is that in YouTube you can select the speed of the video, and you can play. I found that if you play it back at 1.5 times speed, like, it doesn't
sound like a normal person.
Well, it doesn't change the quality of the voice at all. It doesn't like get squeakier or high pitch or whatever. It's just faster. I don't know how it does it, but it's pretty cool. So that like 9-minute video turns into like a 6-minute video or something like that, or 5 minutes. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Just give it a shot if you're ever like trying to watch YouTube videos quicker than what the time is allotted for them. But it really did seem like you were speaking very quickly and clearly.
I'm trying to be precise.
Yeah.
And to the point.
You did a good job with it.
I didn't use a lot of so I was happy about that.
No, you didn't. It was good.
Man, I played softball yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't think I played in like 10 years or so, but some of Molly's friends from work, they have a team out here at Wolves, and they're like,
hey,
that
place was still open.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I thought that one was either that or Sun Valley.
Sun Valley closed.
Yeah.
Is it Sun Valley that closed?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Well, if you don't know, Wolves is the one that has the gravel type infield. It's all dusty, and so you look like you just rolled around in the dirt after you play. But they asked me, they were looking for anyone, so I guess I was just a body. But I gotta say, I didn't do
someone.
I'm someone. I didn't do too bad. They put me a catcher, which I was kind of happy because I knew I wouldn't have to run that much. And what is it in softball? Really, a catcher doesn't really have to do that much.
Now, is there any chances that you can take a foul ball?
Yeah, you can catch one. Oh, you mean
like a shot back, like Molina style?
I guess you could.
Man, that would be
awful. That's a giant ball too, man.
Oh, that could really do some damage.
I mean,
he's had one kid. He doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun playing. It was hot.
Oh, it's been so freaking hot.
But it was a doubleheader too. So the second game was a lot better because the sun was kind of down for the second game. But
I'd like to do that again.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't feel that bad because Molly's like, when she was asking me about, do you want to play with them? And I go, I don't know. Is it a serious league or are they just like beer league? And she goes, well, they say they're awful. I'm like, okay, I'll fit in. All right. I don't want to be on a team where everyone's awesome and then I'm the
token sucky.
Yeah. So
how was your hitting?
I didn't get out once.
They didn't let him bat. They pinch hit for him.
I grounded out once.
Huh.
I got on base every other time. One was a fielder's choice, but the other two were singles. I didn't swing away like I used to. I was like, if I swing away, I'm going to hurt myself.
You were patient and just going for the base hit.
Going for a base hit.
Yeah.
That's really, yeah.
Funny.
So, yeah. I think the last thing I've actually done like that is kickball. So,
wow, it's been a while too.
a couple
you tried
years.
doing a league.
Yeah.
Back when we worked together.
Yeah.
We need to put something like that together.
Yeah.
Softball or kickball.
Fall league, though. That's when you do it.
Yeah.
Or just do a bowling league.
That'd be fun if we had a bowling alley.
I'd go to Imperial.
Yeah. Huh.
So, we're trying to sell Molly's house.
Yeah.
And we have a lot going on. We're planning 50th anniversary party for my parents. I got
That's
a
not
lot of
surprise.
No, they know about it. I'm doing like pictures and stuff like that, trying to get that all together, like PowerPoints of like what happened in 1968 and stuff like that.
You have
bullet
laser
points.
pointer.
What's that?
Laser pointer.
Yeah. But well, no, I'm not gonna.
Graphs.
I'm gonna have it just.
They get older.
I'm gonna have it flip through automatically. I'm not gonna stand there and then no.
In 1972.
No, I'm not gonna do that. So
Man, they've been married
it's
50.
Yeah,
50 years.
So what year? 60.
1968.
68.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
So and their anniversary was actually on the 6th. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Huh.
but we got the house up there, Molly's house. We're trying to sell, and when you're doing a lot of stuff, it's hard to get up there to go and mow the lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because it's a small yard. It doesn't take much to mow.
Can't pay the old man neighbor to do it.
Well, no, but I found. Have you heard of Green Pal?
I have.
Yeah.
heard of it.
Not
Didn't
a
we
s-
talk about this?
I think so.
We may have, but I did finally use it.
Okay.
Not that I was probably going to anyway, but it was nice because put in the address. You kind of put a description. How long has it been since you last mowed? You say like I put in the description like what has to be trimmed and everything. And right away, like within like 10-15 minutes, you start getting these quotes in of people who want to cut your grass, and just say hire this person.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he's gonna. And what happens is, I have it set for tomorrow. They cut the grass. They send you pictures of the cut lawn,
Wow.
and then you pay them after that.
Wow.
So do you have to do it for a minimum number of weeks or anything?
No, you can do it
Just one
week.
time, huh?
You can do one time.
That's pretty cool.
That's
you can,
nice.
You could do a reaccurring thing too.
I wonder if they'd have to have a business license to do it.
I don't know.
And insurance.
I didn't look into being
Right. I'd
because
look into
some that quoted me looked independent. Some looked like a big company.
Yeah.
You know.
I bet you have to have some sort of insurance.
What did you go with as far as when those quotes were coming in? Did you
He's just
check
an independent guy.
I mean, did you just take the lowest bid, or
Yeah.
what was the range?
It was 35 to 42.
Huh? That's
Yeah.
not much of a range.
No, and it said most in the area because it's in the middle of St. Louis. You know they're gonna
Have
charge higher.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, really?
Than down here.
They also probably have more to go by as far as what similar
Right.
size lots.
Right.
Right. Well, I think they actually get a GPS kind of layout of your house.
A square footage of
They have all
your-
them satellite pictures.
Yeah.
Right.
They can just give that to them, and
We
they
used
could
to live
decide.
next door to a guy that had a lawn service, and they did primarily all their work was up in South City and Dogtown, those kind of areas. And he said, I remember him saying, if he couldn't cut a lawn in 15 minutes, he wasn't making money.
Really?
Yeah.
So for your sake, I mean that's definitely worth it. $35. If you think about
Gas up, gas back.
and your time, the value of your time.
Yeah.
He's
and just
expensive.
Well, you gotta. I
Yeah.
think so. He could be making YouTube videos. But going up there and coming back, and then whatever it takes, half an hour or whatever. By the time you unload your, well, I don't know. Is the
Yeah,
mower
yeah.
there?
The mower's there. The trimmer I got to bring with me every
Yeah.
time.
But these people bring their own equipment.
yeah,
right?
they got all their equipment.
I mean, it'd probably take you at least an hour, like from door to door, and and back
Oh yeah, probably an hour 15 minutes just driving.
again. Yeah.
back and forth, and then
all the gas, just driving gas and the mower gas.
Curious to see what it would cost you to have him cut this.
Your house.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do it now.
Yeah, I would. If Jackson wasn't home, you better believe it.
But I don't mind mowing grass.
You can do a reoccurring. It depends. I mind when it's 90,000 degrees outside. I don't. It's not so bad when you know.
Breathe.
When it's 60 degrees outside, which happens for
twice. The first week you cut it, and the last.
The first and last. Yeah.
I see those guys in my neighborhood. They'll have a trailer and they'll have a zero turn and maybe a push mower and a weed eater, and man, they get off and it's like zip 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 and they're back, got right back on. Yeah. I mean, it's like that their gross pay is got to be well over $100 an hour. I would imagine, and like you said, in order for them to be profitable, they have to do it very quickly.
And I think that house, primarily trimming is a big part of it because the grass grows up in it's got that brick patio and it's got brick around all the side of the sidewalk and like a lot of that stuff you got to use a trimmer. So
yeah. And I'm sure the more you have to trim, probably the more expensive it would be.
Yeah, but
is this thing only in St. Louis? Or is this nationwide?
It just came to St. Louis recently, so I don't know if it's just the metro area or if it comes down to where we are or not. I guess you'd have to see. But there's other services that kind of do the same thing, I believe. But yeah, it's pretty neat. So, hey, what were we talking about before the show?
Inspection.
Customer.
Customer service. Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you want to get into that or
we can. Go ahead.
Well, I did have. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, go with what you were saying first.
So this is probably really brief, but it stuck out. I was reading something. Now, I got to preface this with I do not have this disorder. Okay. But
erectile dysfunction.
It's exactly what it is. You just totally blew it for me.
Sorry.
This drug, I was reading about it because I was reading about advertising. I thought it was interesting, this whole article about how much advertising we see in America on a daily basis. But through this article, they mentioned this drug called sildenafil citrate. You guys ever heard of that?
No, I have not.
Not familiar with that chemical name.
So the history was, it was synthesized by a group of pharmaceutical chemists working at Pfizer in England. It was initially studied for its use as hypertension. The first clinical trials were conducted, and basically they were unsuccessful, so it didn't work for the hypertension. But then one of the side effects was
where's your boing?
Yeah.
Do we have a boing? I don't think we do.
That was the side effect. So they took the drug off the market for a period of time and rebranded it as Viagra.
Oh.
Which I thought was really bizarre. And so the whole thing with the advertising piece of it, the way that it fit was because the whole thing was that advertising causes us to believe that we need something more so than we do.
There's so many of those drug ads.
Yeah. So you're told that you need this thing, and even though you might not. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's how that makes you want something or makes you think you need something. So
you thought you may need.
Yeah. So you thought you might need that. Well, I mean, I'm sure that's
maybe I need
an issue or whatever, but the whole thing was back in this was in the 90s. They decided that we got this thing. We just need to create a marketing campaign around it and
get Bob Dole.
Yeah.
And sell it. So I don't know. I never heard of that before.
It was also used. I remember when I was at the hospital that there were stories going around. Once cardiologists got a hold of it, they were using it for some sort of lung perfusion issue as well. So yeah, it had multiple uses or has multiple uses.
There's lots of little stories like that where like they were trying. What was it? was it World War II, or where they were trying to make some sort of explosive. They came up with silly putty.
Yeah.
And I think the Slinky was kind of made the same way.
The Slinky?
Yeah, it was like
supposed to be
an explosive.
No, I thought it was a part
dysfunction?
I thought it was a part for a submarine or something like that, and it ended up. I don't know.
So you want to talk about customer service?
Sure.
He was working on a device with springs that could sensitive ship equipment steady at sea. Okay, interesting. And he came up with the Slinky. Okay, yeah. Customer service. So we were watching a video earlier of some lady yelling at a worker at Sears for because basically they were returning something and they paid with a card, so they were like, okay, ma'am, we can return it back to your card. She's like, oh, no, you know.
Oh, man,
we need the cash.
Yeah.
You need better jobs.
Total,
Stupid clerks.
Total redneck, white trash.
Yeah, she was, she was very pleasant. She was very pleasant.
Little
and,
kids alongside.
Yeah. There were 3 of them, too, that were all,
Yeah.
So anyway, we were talking pre-show. This is why we need to come up with something so you hear our pre-show our rants. But we were talking about how the poor kid who's working the counter there that has to deal with this, they're only going with the policy that Sears made
and how they've been trained.
They're going by what they can't do anything. The manager come in, he won't be able to do anything either. And they're talking about suing and all that, and it's crazy. Well, I know most customer service job that I had was at Steak and Shake. You worked at Dairy Queen and Shop and Save
grocery store.
I mean, do you have any similar stories to this?
Nothing to that extreme by any means. And of course, 20 years ago there wasn't cell phones. I think that fueled that whole scenario because there was at least one cell phone recording that confrontation, which caused those women to really freak out and threaten.
When there's probably about 6 other cameras pointing at them too.
No, the one thing that really stands out to me was that I was telling you guys that it was around Christmas time. We always had those sales for specific items, and I think it was like cream cheese or sour cream. I don't remember which. I worked in the dairy and frozen food section, and we had something in the dairy that was marked
specialized in that area.
Yeah, I did. We had those center coolers, that are not, they don't have doors or anything, and it was loaded up with. We usually put whatever was on sale in there, and I think it had sour cream in it, and it was really cheap, and it was like the day before Christmas. It was the evening of, and we had just ran out. Like, we had ordered almost the exact amount, and of course we were closed on Christmas, so this was Christmas Eve. I think the store closed at like 6 o'clock, and this lady came in to get her sour cream or whatever and just like lost it on me. She just was so upset and just like yelling at me, saying that we did such a poor job ordering. And I kind of laughed it off. I didn't get upset about it, which these kids were doing in the Sears video too,
but
which probably made her more mad.
But the problem is, you probably had other brands of sour cream available.
You're right.
That's a great point. You're absolutely right. I do remember that specifically, that I tried telling her that we didn't have Prairie Farms, but we had Peevely. And if she really wanted to, she probably could have gone up to customer service and talked to a manager and got it for the 99 cents or whatever.
Yeah, they say we're out of the... Well,
right.
I don't remember if I suggested that or if I even knew that, but I do remember telling her that we have these other brands. Dean's was available or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like her party was ruined.
Exactly.
Because she couldn't make dips or whatever and have sour cream. You had other choices. She just didn't get the one for 50 cents or whatever.
Yep. But it's such a shame, I don't. People get so upset, and the people like myself at the time, I was 17, 18 years old, and I didn't have anything to do with that. I didn't order it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I
just got your butt chewed over.
Yeah.
I had a situation when I was at Steak and Shake. People would come in, like, he came in, this old man. I remember he came into the counter, and he goes, I go, "Can I help you, sir?" He goes, "I like a hell." I'm like, "Excuse me?" "I like a helmet hot." He was kept repeating. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? "Give me a manager." He was all mad at me, and then I found out he was trying to say pineapple shake, which is something we don't have, and he tried to get me fired for not understanding. And my manager at the time was kind of laughing the thing off too. But I'm like, okay, it's something, at those places they can make it if you ask, because we had pineapples and we could do that, but it wasn't something on the menu,
right.
So hearing someone, it was just one of the wackiest situations. I know that I've had a ton of those, and fast food is just like that. People, they love to yell at.
There's not a week that goes by.
"Oh, you dumb kids! Get your jobs."
Yeah, there's not a week that goes by that there's not a video of some lady reaching through the drive-through window because her chicken nuggets were cold or out, and
then calling 911.
Right. Right.
Oh, just reminded me, I didn't have this on the agenda, but so my town had a boil order for
a
week.
long time.
Yeah.
A whole week?
It was almost a week.
I saw it, but I thought it was a couple days after.
No, they didn't lift it until what?
Tuesday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, it was just yesterday?
Yeah, it went into effect on I think it was like last Thursday.
Yeah,
so
we were at the lake.
It was
my in-laws were with
6
us.
days. They
got the code red calls or whatever.
Yeah, which I wasn't signed up for. The thing that
so you were in there drinking water. Why is nobody drinking the water?
Well, the thing that was interesting to me was that I didn't receive any sort of notification about it. My wife did. I think she saw it on Facebook or something like that. And then she told us. So we immediately. What happened was a water line broke in the center of town.
Yeah.
And they started digging into it, and then they couldn't figure out exactly where it was broken. And so it took, from my understanding, it took like 2 days, maybe 3 days, for them to even figure out where it was broken. All the while, they were like giving updates saying, still boil order is still in effect. Normally, when you hear of like a boil order, you see it on the news, and they'll say boil order is in effect until 10 p.m.
Right.
And this was like indefinite.
Yeah.
Until finally over the weekend they said, okay, we finally got the line fixed, and now we have to send the water off to the lab, and it's got to be tested. So we'll have results back by Wednesday.
Yeah, because it was the weekend and nobody was at the lab or something. Yeah.
And so I drove by there a couple different times. It was a huge hole right at the intersection of like Main Street and 21.
Jackson said water was just pouring down the street.
It was. And I guess they got the water shut off or whatever. But when I drove by, there was like a backhoe there, and they had like, it was just typical construction. And I don't mean to offend anybody, but it was like,
now we're going to lose our construction worker segment.
Yeah, it was like 8 guys sitting in the shade, leaning against their cars, pointing at the hole, with one guy kind of more or less
one guy doing the work.
Yeah.
He's the intern. He's the new guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went through. I know we went through an entire case of water, and then Lori, because we didn't know like how long it was going to last, Lori kept going and getting like gallon jugs, and then like the big like
5
2
gallon.
liters or whatever.
Oh, luckily those aren't that expensive.
No, it's not. But it was just the hassle of going back and forth. Like every couple days, we were going to the gas, or I don't know, Dollar General or whatever. But
should have said
crazy.
There's a boil order, kids. Just here's a beer.
Here's a beer. Which they don't care too much. They're like, well, we'll drink soda.
Can we drink soda?
Yeah.
Nick, just stay tuned in for a second. We'll insult IT guys at TV stations next, okay? No. So Annette was dropping Jackson off at the farmer's market. Or no, she was going to Walmart to get her car inspected Saturday morning when all that was going on. And turned out the guy that was the car inspector guy at Walmart in DeSoto didn't show up to work that day. So she drove down there for no reason at like 6 in the morning. And she was coming back, and she called me and was like, I'll get breakfast. And she pulled into Hardee's, and she, I'll take a egg McMuffin or what, not at Hardee's, egg sandwich or whatever, and I'll take coffee. And the lady's like, we're not doing coffee this morning.
Yeah.
And Annette's like, she goes, I wasn't thinking, I didn't remember the boiler. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean you're not doing coffee this morning?
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah, so they didn't have any coffee
a couple restaurants I think closed for a few days.
Sure.
Coffee
doesn't get boiled.
Super heated though.
Yeah.
It's not boiled. You're supposed to boil for like what, 15 minutes, 5 minutes?
I mean, I don't know who did it, or that's a huge hassle. To go through.
Well, none of the soda. They couldn't pour soda.
Right.
Out
No
of the
fountain soda.
machines.
Yeah, I thought the perfect meme for the occasion would have been like a bunch of like people sitting around with like empty Polar Pop cups, because they're in the center in town there, the Circle K. Everybody walks out with this like jug of these Polar Pops,
because they're 59 cents. I mean, you can't beat
and they're
that
styrofoam.
deal.
They stay cold all day long.
They do.
It was funny.
Stays colder longer.
I don't know. It was a weird situation, and you would think something like that they would work around the clock to fix.
Oh, they went home for.
Yeah.
They went to their homes and
I drove by
other towns.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta go home.
I got
and take
water.
a shower and get a drink of water.
I could really use some water. I'm going home.
It was like Friday. I know I drove by and it was like 4:30. There wasn't a soul around.
Huh?
Just a big hole.
We got beer.
Yeah, sure.
Where the hell's the beer? You moved all this stuff around.
Move anything. So, guys, my brother and sister-in-law for my birthday, well, I guess my nephews and niece, too, got me this, an O'Fallon sampler pack. And this is one of them that I haven't had yet. It's called Czech Yo'Self Pilsner.
That's right up your alley.
From O'Fallon. Why is it up my...
I envision you saying that Czech Yo'Self.
Well, it's spelled Czech as in like a Czech Republic. Czech Yo'Self is a Bohemian-style Pilsner originating from what is now the Czech Republic. It's a medium-bodied pale lager accentuated with Czech Saaz hops. This hop variety has a distinct spicy character that gently cuts through the slightly sweet malt profile, leaving the beer with a clean yet distinct flavor that only Saaz can deliver.
Saaz is in like Saison or no?
S-A-A-Z. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but...
is that the hop?
It's a hop, yeah.
Okay.
We have a couple bottles here, so...
So, help yourself.
Help yourself?
Help yourself.
Check yourself.
So this is 5.1%.
How hoppy we talking?
30 IBUs. That's not too bad.
Welcome me back with this.
Hey, we had some... What did we have while you were out? I don't remember. It was something that you would have liked.
Oh, we had that floral one that they used...
This isn't bad.
Stinky.
It's not hop. It's not that bitter.
Oh, yeah, we had that floral one that didn't have any hops in it.
No, it didn't have hops. They used...
It'd be like drinking a flower.
Yeah, it was more like that.
It was more on the sour side, I thought.
Oh, it was? This thing stinks. Is it just me?
I don't think it's the greatest smelling beer.
I don't smell anything.
But I think it's a sweet taste in Pilsner.
So, I don't know if Nick's still listening. Do we talk about the major St. Louis TV news that happened yesterday?
We can. I got a couple questions for you after that.
So, who I consider is the best meteorologist in St. Louis,
the go-to,
and your hero, one of your heroes, right?
He's a hero. He's a god among men.
He's like your Batman, or
he's a dude. Dave Murray's retiring.
The dude.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
46 years in TV news and like 38 years here in St. Louis doing the weather.
How old is he?
I don't. That's a good question.
65. He's turning 65.
Oh, okay, so he's got
traditional retirement age. Huh?
Medicare. Yeah, Medicare.
He's retiring in September, and he said he turns 65 in November.
Huh. He does not look that old.
No, he kind of looked the same.
His hair isn't gray, and I think that helps him.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Mr. Craig Muller, Nick, is that who you're talking about? Or the other, I can't think of the other Channel 5 guy name.
We were watching yesterday, I guess, was it 6 o'clock news where he kind of...
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you see, like, old pictures of, I guess, if you are from St. Louis, you may not know, but the big news channel 2 here.
Which used to be ABC.
It's got to be the biggest, right? I mean, it's on
I think
20 hours a day.
Their news, their news broadcast.
I think they have the best local news.
Now we're gonna lose Nick.
I disagree. It drives me crazy.
Really?
I hate watching Channel 2 news.
I watch it for Dave.
So cheesy.
I'll have to find. I hate Channel 4.
Him.
Channel 4 sucks.
Channel 4 is what I watch.
No, I cannot stand
in the morning.
Channel 4.
So
that's the worst.
Well, Ken Earhart.
Oh, he's a dumbass.
I watch.
I'm sorry, Kent, if you're listening, but he's an idiot.
We watch the evening,
totally
and I like
fine.
watching Sandy Miller and Dave Murray.
Dave's the best. Kent is one of those guys that, like, there's a storm coming. He immediately goes to panic mode.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to die. I don't know.
I don't watch much news at all, but we just turn it on in the mornings and while we're getting ready and just kind of catch the traffic and the weather is really
well, the news in the morning's kind of goofy on
it is.
Yeah.
But
the best news, morning news, was Art and Jennifer on Channel 5 until Channel 5.
Oh,
whatever.
Ooh, got the explicit.
Wow.
Got the E rating.
You didn't like him because
Art Holiday is
Art
just
Holiday was awesome.
He's just like Mike Bush. He doesn't belong as an anchor.
No. You're thinking Rennie Knott, dumbass.
No.
Art Holiday was a sports guy.
Art was. I don't ever remember Art.
Art Holiday was a sports guy, and he became an anchor. Same as Mike Bush.
He was great with Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hey,
they were awesome.
Same as the guy on Channel 4.
Dick Ford and Jennifer Blum.
Steve Savard.
You know, interesting story, funny story. Greg tried to arm wrestle Steve Savard one day, and Steve Savard said, "No, I ain't doing that."
No. I said,
Yeah.
Okay, we were.
I don't know this story.
So for those who don't know, Steve Savard, he played football too, right?
College football.
College football. Yeah. Big guy, got big old guns.
Huge dude.
He's a sports guy on one of the channels here in St. Louis.
Now he's a main anchor.
Oh, he's an anchor too. So, okay.
He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
I just feel
he's the worst.
I hate when that happens because it's like you are like all this energy on sports. You love sports and all that, and then all of a sudden you're like,
face right now.
Police are investigating.
Yeah, I know. Then you become a I think you've went downhill.
So I see what you're saying.
I think
that makes sense.
You're
actually.
a sellout.
I think you are.
I agree with you a little bit. If you're,
But
the anchors have no opinions.
They don't have any personality
in the morning shows. I think they do because Art Holiday was constantly laughing and cutting up with Jennifer Blum. Wow, the hatred. Finish the damn Steve Savard story.
I've seen him outside cussing at some kids.
Well, he cussed. He cussed on broadcast TV.
Art Holiday. He's.
Is he gone now?
At kids?
I don't know if it was kids. I'm just making up things.
Gosh.
No, I really didn't hear
rating, and now
but I did see him cuss on air as they were cutting away one time. They had him stuck out somewhere on an overpass during a snowstorm, and you could tell he was miserable. And they started to cut away, and they cut the audio, but you could still see his face, and he said the F word.
Okay. No,
so Steve Savard.
I didn't see Art Holiday, but anyway, Steve Savard. We were at a Rams preseason their training camp or whatever. He was there, and I asked if I could get a picture with him. He's like, "Sure." I go, "Would it be possible for us to act like we're arm wrestling?" And he's like, "No, I'm not going to do that."
It was really weird.
He
didn't even laugh at it.
No.
He had no sense of humor at all.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
All Greg wanted to do is make a funny picture.
I know. Right. I just thought it'd be funny to. But he's like,
that's the day we saw Dick Vermeil.
Yeah,
we were like from me to you to Dick Vermeil.
So anyway, Dave Murray retiring. It seemed pretty
crazy.
You saw the other weather
people,
meteorologists, and they seemed like really broken up about it because
Dave's like a father figure.
They like threw it on them, and you could see
they didn't know. That's the thing that I didn't realize.
And they were all. You could see like they were holding back. Like,
Dave, at one point, when he was talking about the amount of time that he spent in St. Louis, you could tell he was getting choked up.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, they did not know. Dave said he's been working on this for 4 years with management.
Mm-hmm. They
set his date last year at this time, and no one knew except for Dave and the station manager. And then they just promoted Glenn Zimmerman to chief, which I think is a mistake. And
I think he's a likable guy.
He's a likable guy, but his forecast ability sucks.
I mean, gosh,
I like his chucks. How he wears his chucks.
That's the only reason you like him. He can't forecast it.
I guess maybe I'm a complete fool here, but how much goes into actually putting together a forecast?
A lot of math, a lot of science.
Doesn't the computer do it for you?
It gets you probably 75% of the way there.
Man, I just find
if the computer could do it, if the computer did all the work for you, I could be a meteorologist.
Well, I could just let me be a meteorologist right now.
Right, and that's the other thing I was going to say. You could just kind of copy and paste from like
a competitor,
weather.com or something.
Just hope the guy down the street does it pretty good. Yeah,
it's 91 degrees right now, and later on tonight it's going to drop down to 74. Tomorrow,
too many us. You don't get it.
Right. Tomorrow, look for a high of 92 with a low of 72 degrees. Now let's go to Catherine with traffic.
I do agree that they have to speak the lingo and tell the story and be able to like engage you, but as far as the actual forecast is concerned, I just feel like that information is already there.
No, it's not, because the models are more frequently wrong than the forecast you see on TV. And people bitch about how often meteorologists get it wrong on the broadcast. The models get it wrong 1,000 times more.
I've never seen models.
Weather models?
Oh, like the one chick that used to be the
Annalise? No, that was you. Like Annalise.
Molly goes, "Oh, your girlfriend's leaving." Which she's not my girlfriend.
But Dave's going to leave a big meteorological hole in St. Louis.
Meteorological hole.
So
you said you had questions?
Yeah, but it really had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
But you were going to have the weather station. You're really into meteorology,
yes,
but you never like pursued it as any kind of...
No, because there's a lot of math and probably a lot more college work, and I'm not doing that. And SLU is like one of the big meteorological schools, and I wasn't going to pay for that.
I ain't going to pay for that. So I saw that you went to the farmers market in Soulard.
Yeah, for the first time.
That was your first time.
That's my virginity there.
I am so surprised you've never been there.
No, never. It's the city. I don't like the city.
Yeah, I agree.
But
have you been?
I have.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
my first time was last fall, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Did so you got a bunch of stuff there?
We didn't get a bunch of stuff, but we got stuff.
You get some good deals on produce, obviously. But
okay, so that's what I was telling Annette. I can't believe that all of those people grow all of those vegetables.
No,
They've got to be buying it from somewhere.
No, they don't, because you can see tags on some of the stuff.
Then don't tell me you're a farmer.
Right.
Get out of here.
It's more like a flea market.
Right. You might as well be selling that crap out of the trunk of your car.
Well, look at they have it above what they do or whatever. Some of them are farmers and have their own stuff.
I agree.
And usually, the thing is, the farm...
But those people selling grapes don't have vineyards, I guarantee it.
Yeah. The stuff you buy that come from a farm aren't always as pretty as the stuff. But
I want farmers. I went to a farmer's market to see farmers.
But I got to tell you, though, most of them have delicious produce, though.
Yeah, they're all buying it from the same place Schnucks does.
I don't agree with that. I think
you're wrong.
Told you guys this or not, but last year I took a trip down to
you got a booth at the farmer's market?
No, I took a trip down to Produce Roll.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about that?
No, but I know about it.
So the way that works is these huge shipments of produce come in to St. Louis, and they're destined to go like all over the place. So like, for example, bananas come in and they're going to go to all the supermarkets, all the restaurants, all the schools, whatever. I mean, it's huge, like truckloads or barge loads or whatever of bananas. They come in and they are so super green.
Well, yeah.
And they put them in this room that then introduces like, I forget
CO2?
what it is, CO2 maybe to them to start the ripening process. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that stuff at farmers market probably just comes from somebody that has a relationship there.
Yeah, I wonder if you have to buy a minimum to get them off of produce roll.
We have at my work we have an account with them. There's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different businesses there at Produce Row, and you have to like set up an account. And we don't buy that much. I mean,
what do you guys buy?
Produce.
What do you use it? I mean, you guys, the cafeteria?
Employees eat apples every day.
It's for products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, extractions and things like that. But it's not a huge dollar amount when it comes. You would think that it would be. It sounds big. If I told you, you'd be like, holy crap. And like the quantities, if I told you, is like I don't know, 50,000 pounds of potatoes. Like you would think that that's pretty significant. But when it comes to a grocery store chain that buys like millions of pounds every year, it's small potatoes.
Small potatoes.
I see what you did there.
Ba-dum-bum. Also, it looked like you went to the Chop House.
I did go to Chop House.
I like how none of this stuff is on the agenda. You're just following along with his Facebook.
He follows
page.
my Instagram, is what he does.
Well, no, because
it's the hashtags. I'm telling you.
He acts like he has nothing to talk about, but he has
I'm not a social person.
That is a bunch of crap. That is the biggest load of crap.
I am the most extroverted introvert you'll meet.
So 801 Chop House. What was your experience? Mine was very good.
Yeah, very good food. It was expensive, but it was good food.
Boursin potatoes?
Yes, sir, with bacon. We had them add bacon.
Add bacon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's a Groupon right now, $60 for $100 worth of food.
Yeah. And did you use a code so you get it for like $45?
No, I know nothing of this.
Yeah, you use a Groupon. There's always a 20% off anything on Groupon.
Really?
Code you put in.
Off anything?
Yeah.
Any Groupon.
What?
Yeah. So when you're checking out on Groupon, use this code, and it'll give you another 20%.
I did not know that. I'm going to have to buy another one of those.
Because when I bought it, I paid $45.
Hot damn, that's What was your bill when you ate there?
Oh, it was like, man, because we had drinks before.
Somewhere else or there?
No, there. And like, I think Molly's got a, what is it? Old Fashioned, which was freaking amazing.
Manhattan.
The most amazing old fashioned I've ever had. I just had a beer, but I think between the two of us, that was like 20-something bucks.
Yeah, they had a special Manhattan that was like one of their signatures. And I had told the dude, I said, I don't want the signature because it's too much. It was like $12 for a freaking drink. So I had him just make me a regular.
I think that's what Molly got, and but it was good, I gotta say. And then we sat down. We had couple. I think when we sat down, it was like 120, maybe something like that.
We each had a drink. I had a Manhattan, and Ed had vodka on the rocks. We had an appetizer of 6 oysters, which was $13. I don't know why I remember that amount. I had a ribeye. She had a ribeye. We had the Boursin mashed potatoes and the Brussels sprouts, and it was $180.
Yeah, it's an expensive meal, but I think
with the Groupon,
that Groupon really cut down,
and
on
it's
the cost.
good food.
It was. I thought it was really good. It's one of the best steaks that I've had.
You know what? Annette and I were talking about that.
We had the filet. Both had the filet.
It definitely ranks up there with Sam's. I think it gives Sam's Steakhouse a run for its money.
I don't care for Sam's.
What?
Yeah, I don't like them so much.
Bard Holiday and Sam's. What's wrong with you?
Yep. Well, not Sam's Club. I
know. Sam's Steakhouse has good meat. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I've had bad experiences there.
Well, you've had bad experiences everywhere. It's the Mushang effect.
All right.
No, it was good. I definitely recommend going there if you like good food, but it's pricey.
So I guess both of you saw Ant-Man 2,
yes.
huh?
Oh,
you have not? Yeah.
I have not seen it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to leave so we can talk.
Oh my gosh. I thought for sure you saw it.
Did
like,
you stayed for the credit scene?
Well, like he says, well, I don't know if you read in our notes. He goes, "Did I make a mistake and see it out of sequence?" And yes, you did.
What haven't you
Big
seen?
thing. He hasn't seen Infinity War.
Oh, so the credit scenes were lost on you.
I think the entire conversation that was occurring between between Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, and the father-daughter.
Yeah.
This isn't spoilers,
No,
Greg,
this isn't
you
spoiler.
weirdo.
No, it isn't.
I think that that conversation that they were having about what was going on in Germany and all that was Infinity War stuff.
That was
right?
Infinity War.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what they were talking about.
You haven't seen Infinity War
No.
either? Jesus Christ.
Didn't we just say
No,
that?
he said Avengers.
Avengers Infinity
No.
War.
The German thing was Civil War. Captain America Civil War.
Okay. See, even if I see it, I don't know what they're talking about.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So he went to jail because of something that happened in Civil War?
Yeah, that's the very end of Civil War.
Yeah. They got in the big fight at the airport and everybody's in jail.
See, even the movies I see, I don't catch the reference.
Paul Rudd wasn't in that jail, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Well, he was in this movie.
And then he
he's
got
under
house arrest.
House arrest.
Right.
On the was it the raft? I think that's the place
that's what they called it.
So was he in Infinity War?
Yes, sir.
Did that happen?
No, he's
No, not in Infinity War. No, he
he's
was
not.
not in
Okay.
Infinity.
Because he was on
mixed up
house
Civil
arrest.
War. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is confusing. Well, okay.
So the credit scenes were lost on you.
Well, Caleb knows more about what happened, and he kind of clued me in. So we took the kids to go see this movie. So it was Lori's birthday yesterday. She really likes Paul Rudd a lot. She really likes the Marvel movies a lot. But I was the Scrooge.
So
who
your
said,
wife needs to go with Greg and
Yeah.
I to see these movies.
So I was a Scrooge
Did you hear
and
that?
didn't
You
want
kind of like dismissed that with that laugh.
Yeah, I mean she'd be happy to.
Yeah.
She'd be happy to.
Why would she go with?
I didn't want to go see Infinity War because it was 3 hours long, and
It's a great movie.
the last
It's really
movie,
good.
It's all action.
the last movie, the Hulk and the
The other guy.
Thor Ragnarok.
was freaking awful.
Oh my god!
You were so
I
wrong.
was so bored in that movie.
That
I was
is-
dozing off.
That is
God.
probably up there. I'd say that's in my top 5.
I agree.
Your top 5 movies?
Yeah. No,
Marvel.
of Marvel
Yeah.
movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was bored in that one, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. So I didn't want to go see the Avengers movie and sit through 3 hours. And
It's good.
so
It's made $1 billion freaking dollars.
it's still out
I know.
at the theater.
You need
and,
to go see it,
We talked about it. We've talked about
and
going
then go
to
see
it
Ant-Man 2 again.
again. So I know what'd you call it, the credit scenes or whatever. I know the gist of that or whatever. But
So is that the appropriate term, the credit scenes?
Yeah, the end credits or whatever,
Yeah.
the after credit scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
we didn't even. I mean, I liked it. I'll be honest. I was
it good.
entertained.
I
was
liked it better
engaged.
than the first one.
I've heard people say that.
I thought the first one was kind of hokey and corny. This one I thought had not a really good story, but had a story to it.
So, I've heard that it's mainly focused on the Wasp. Like it could be like her movie. Paul Rudd's
No,
just kind
I
of
don't agree
there.
with
I
that at
disagree.
all.
Really?
No.
Okay.
And they never even call her the Wasp or anything like that,
I don't
right?
think so.
No.
I
just
think
has
a lot of these heroes or whatever they don't always use their name or whatever.
Well, he's definitely called the Ant-Man in the movie. I mean,
Okay.
he's referred to as the Ant-Man.
Okay.
But
No, it's really good. It introduces a couple new bad people.
it has a lot of neat scenes that are, when he's having trouble. I mean, this isn't spoiling anything. When he's having trouble with the suit, you see that in the in the trailer. There were some neat scenes around that, but he's just a funny, likable guy, Paul Rudd. Like everything that he does.
That's sarcastic, smart ass.
So
Like me.
That's why our ratings are huge when you're here. There's a movie, I think it's a Netflix movie that Paul Rudd's in that we watched.
He's in a lot of movies.
Yeah, but this one is where he's basically a caregiver for a kid who's got like he's got some sort of cerebral palsy or something. I don't remember
Is it
what.
like something in me or me and
Yeah, I think so. He takes this kid on a road trip. He's never like left his house, and he's wheelchair bound. He has to do everything for this kid. Like he has no use of his body from like the neck down.
The fundamentals of caring.
Could be. Really good movie.
Close.
Really good movie. Really funny.
You guys watch anything else?
Nope.
I don't think so.
I gotta say one thing that
Say it.
we started watching that I actually enjoy is
I watched Hoarders.
what? Now I can't remember it. Can you beat Shazam or how? Beat Shazam.
Really?
I do like that
With
show.
Jamie Foxx?
I
can't stand that guy.
Yeah, but
Is that the one?
yeah,
Where,
like
the
so. I'm not Jamie. I'm not like a big Jamie Foxx fan or anything, but I enjoy the game.
Jamie Foxx?
It's fun. So it's basically they play a song and you gotta ring in and guess what the song is.
Yeah, you'd be awesome at that.
And the cool thing is that, if you have the Shazam app, I know you'd have to download it for this to work.
I don't. Yeah. I had that like 10 years ago, but I don't.
But if you had that on your phone, you could play along with the show.
Do you
and
get money if you beat the contestants?
There's like there is like some $10,000 prize or something each week. And but I don't know. I find that fun. I think it's a lot of fun to basically name that tune, but a little more updated.
When you mentioned that, I immediately thought of that Kevin Hart show that's coming out. You guys seen that?
No.
Haven't seen that?
No.
Oh my gosh, it must be on Channel 4 because that's the only news channel I watch. That's Kevin Hart's got a show coming out that's like it looks like American Gladiator pretty much, but when you're going through the stunts or whatever, the obstacle course.
You mean Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, Ninja Warrior. Gladiator's the old.
Yeah.
That's our our pop culture segment. The people you're racing against are trying to knock you off of these things.
Oh, so it's kind of a combination because remember the American Gladiators? You go through an obstacle course, and the people in the gladiators would try to.
So I was right.
Yeah, you're kind of right. Yeah,
but they weren't really contestants.
I don't know where the ding is. There you go.
Yeah. So I think that's coming out this week.
I like American Ninja Warrior. You ever watch it?
I like it. And Ed hates it. She won't let us watch it.
She won't let you. You're not watching this.
I don't know.
Because I mean, I don't think it's
exercise
far fetched or anything at all. Like it's not cheesy or anything.
Not at all.
The last one
is another one.
The last one was really good. It was a lot of people that recovered from different, like one guy had cancer, one guy was in a wheelchair for so many years, and like they came back. And I mean, these people are flying through the course. I don't know. I like that show. I find it a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it too.
The only thing though is 2 hours of the same course. I wish they had about 5 different courses.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
But
well, guys, it's that time.
It is. It's been great.
We're at the end. I was gonna say too, Shazam. Hey, Shazam.
Shazam!
The actual comic book character, Zach is it Levy? The guy who was Chuck.
Oh yeah, Zachary. Yeah, Levy or Levi.
Yeah, is it Levi or Levi? Or Levy? Anyway, he's gonna be Shazam. It was actually in the comics. It was Captain Marvel, but since it's got the word Marvel in it, DC can't use the word, so they got to use. Anyway, there's a picture of that. It looks like it's going to be a fun, more for a DC movie, actually be kind of a
not dark.
Fun, yeah, because the Shazam character is actually like a 10-year-old boy who says a word, like he says Shazam, and then he turns into this big superhero. So, but he still got the mind of that little kid. So, yep. There we go. So, Josh just showered last night. Oh, you just showered last night?
Yeah. Well, because of the water,
Yeah. So, guys, it's been great. Thanks for watching. Go to stuckinbetapodcast.com. Find all our social links. Subscribe, review, rate, all that fun stuff. And we'll go ahead and share. And share that. We'll see. And donate. Donate too. We'll see you next week.